Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna look at this beautiful palette from Nomad Cosmetics. It's the Hudson Valley that came out last year, last autumn. I've wanted this palette for quite a while, even though it's pretty neutral palette. I really wanted to try this one. I love these Halloween autumny colors, and I love that it's like warm and cool toned. It only has 3 shimmers, but I'm gonna make it work. I also bought one shimmer shade from their Royal Europe collection that I'm gonna show you throughout this video. Here you can see the swatches. It's absolutely beautiful palette, and the shimmers are so sparkly. And I love these colors. Even though it's pretty neutral, it has some like additive value to it, and I really love this. And especially like the yellows and the oranges, it's so beautiful, and the mattes are so easy to work with, and the palette is beautiful. This is my second palette from Nomad. I've also had the Tropical Paradise or Island Paradise, but I got rid of that one, but I'm really happy about this. So I've made 5 looks with this palette, and in each look I've used the beauty eyeshadow base and the Nyx Glitter Primer. Those are gonna be in all of my looks, so in case you're wondering, it's the same thing. I don't think you will see it in all the clips, but it's in every single look. So for the first look, I started with the shade Apple Picking, and I went in with the shade Fall Festival. I kind of wanted to go by columns for this look, so I focused on the orangey red column, and then I deepened it up with the shade Wine Harvest, and I used that on my outer corner. I really like that you can either pick a column or you can mix and match. It's very like intuitive palette. It's very easy. There are 2 shades that are kind of similar, and it's the 2 green shades called Mountain Hike and Bed and Breakfast, but otherwise it's beautiful. For the shimmer, I went in with the shade Foliage Trial, which is kind of like orangey, peachy, very beautiful color, very like neon-y almost. And I put that all over my lid, and then I just went in with the shade Leaf Peeping in my inner corner. I must admit, I was very surprised by the quality of this palette, because the mattes are beautiful to use. They're so easy, they're so pigmented, but blendable and buildable. And the shimmers are a lot more sparklier than I remember from the Island Paradise palette, or whatever it was called. So I'm definitely very happy. I wish there were more shimmers, but that sometimes happens. I finished this look with the Wet n Wild Mega Length mascara and Dermacol Summer Vibes waterline pencil in the shade Yellow. Then I went in with the Kind and Free makeup from Rimmel, the Fit Me Matte and Poreless primer from Maybelinne, the HD Finish powder from Nyx. I also used Colourpop liquid liner in the shade Try Me, and Rimmel and Revolution concealer and blush, and also Colourpop blush from the Super Shock Cheek line. And that's the finished look, and now we can go to the second look. So I started with the shade Grape Pumpkin Patch, which is kind of more like neutrally, a little bit more poopy color. Then I went in with the shade Oktoberfest, which is like deeper brown color, and I finished it off with the shade Farmer's Market, which I kind of used to like blend out the edges, and I used it mainly in my first like third of my eye. It's a very beautiful like cool toned greeny like blue color. Then I used the shade Corn Maze, which is very like sparkly green, almost yellowy green. It's a very beautiful color, and I used it all over the lid. You can see how extremely shiny that is, and I also used it in my inner corner. And then I just finished it off with the Thrill Seeker mascara from Rimmel. Then I used Khol pencil or Kajal pencil from Catrice, L'Oreal Gel Intenza gel liner, and then for my concealer I used the Rimmel Lasting Radiance concealer and the same blush as before, the Colourpop Super Shock blush in the shade All Laced Up. So here you can see this look. It's very pretty. I really liked wearing it, and I like that I combined the warm tones with the cool tones. And throughout these looks you will see me use all of the shades. Some of them I even used twice or 3 times, but I've used all of the shades for this review, so there's no like differences between them. There's no like better or worse quality. They're all the same. They're all really great. For the next look I started with the shade Bed and Breakfast, which is like a little bit deeper green color, and I used that in my like outer half of my eye. Then I went in with the shade Ghost Tour that I used in the inner half of my eye to kind of have a little bit lighter inner corner and also blend out the edges. And then I went in with the shade Wine Harvest that I used in my outer corner to just really deepen it up. And on my lid there is the shade Leaf Peeping, which is very beautiful, like yellowy orange shimmer, very sparkly. These shimmers last amazingly on the eyes. I had no problems with them, and they didn't crease throughout the day because they're a little bit more, I guess, drier than my other shimmers. And I used the shade Ghost Tour in my inner corner. I wanted to try to use matte inner corner highlight. Then again I used the Thrill Seeker mascara and Rimmel Kind and Free concealer. Then I used the same pencil from Dermacol. I used V Cosmetics blush in shade Seduction and the Colourpop All Laced Up blush, and I also used the Gel Intenza liner from L'Oreal. So this is all that I'm wearing. I really like this look. I think it's a very like fun color story. This one I definitely wanted to try a lot of different colors in this look, so, and I think it turned out great. I feel like you can do pretty much whatever you want with this palette. Then for another look I started with the shade Apple Cider Donut, which I don't really know what that is. I've never had that. I'm not from America, but it's like a beigey color that didn't really show up on me that much, but I feel like it's gonna be great for blending out the edges because it's very like my skin tone. Then I went in with the shade Mountain Hike, and I used that in my like second half, like the outer half of my eye. This one is very beautiful green, like mid-toned green shade that's a little bit more cooler toned. Then I went in with the shade Farm to Table, which is very beautiful, like deep brown color that's kind of like a little bit more grayish than the shade Oktoberfest, and it almost looks black on the eyes, which I really like, that there is like shade that genuinely almost acts as a black shade, because that means you have black and almost white in the shade Ghost Tour, so it goes from light to dark. Then I used this single shade from the Royal Europe collection. This is in the shade Royal Orb, I believe, and it's like green to turquoise multichrome. It's very beautiful. This one did crease on me a little bit, but it's a beautiful color. And then I used the shade Corn Maze again in my inner corner. It's like yellowy green, very sparkly, and it looks beautiful for the inner corner. Then again I used the Chromosome pencil from She Glam that I will link down below. Then the Thrill Seeker mascara as always. And yeah, that's it. I really like this look. It's very fun and it's a very me look. It's very like green, and I love these colors. And it was really quick to do. And here you can see the like shifts in the multichrome shadow. I hope you can see it, but I feel like it's not that strong of a shift, but it goes from like very goldy green to like turquoisey green. So there is a little bit of a shift, and it almost like starts to look like a blue in certain lights. So I definitely like this one. And then for the final look, I started with the shade Great Pumpkin Patch to kind of build my crease. Then I used the shade Oktoberfest to deepen it up, and the shade Cider House, I wanted to go for like the yellow column. So I just did that. I feel like that's a very beautiful like yellowy, summery look that you can do with this, even though this is more like autumny color story, but I feel like it can take you all year round. Like you have the oranges, the yellows, you have greens for the like spring, so you can do anything you want. Then on my lid I used the shade Foliage Trail, which is like the orangey, like red to orange shimmer shade, and then also the shade Leaf Peeping, which is like the yellow to orange. So I feel like I really captured the same colors that I have on my in my crease. And then I just finished it off with the L'Oreal Air Volume Mascara, the Colourpop Liquid Liner. Then I used Glisten Cosmetics Split Liner. It's like a water activated liner to create some like lines. Then Uden's Eye Gel Liner in the shade 02, which is like a very orangey liner. And I really like how this looks. It's a very like summery, very sunny look, and I'm definitely gonna do this again. So to conclude, this is beautiful palette. If you don't have Nomad Cosmetics, I would definitely go for it. Especially, I know that now they have even more neutral palette with the Safari Okawango palette. That one is too neutral for me, and I didn't hear the best reviews for that, so I'm not gonna buy that one. But I hope they're gonna come out with like more colorful palette in the future, because I'm definitely intrigued with their quality and with their color stories. They're very fun, and I love the charitable like causes that they donate some money for. That I think is very beautiful and an amazing thing to do. So hope you like this video. Let me know which look was your favorite. Let me know if you have this palette, and I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!